All right, boys, the time has come. Week 1, Ashland Clowns Fantasy Football League recap. This is an idea I got from Kevin. I thought it might be good to dabble with. So we're going to do an analysis. We're going to jump in. There's lots to talk about after 1 week in the league. We've got some great winners. We've got some phenomenal losers and everything in between. So we're going to jump on over to the analysis. We're going to look at the standings. We're going to look at the scoreboard matchup by matchup, and it's going to be a great recap. So I'll see you guys in a second. All right, so diving into just the standings initially, we see that Matthew Maxwell, classic Matt, jumped to the top of the season stats with 140 points for, killing Brandon, who was feeling very confident in the group chat. We're going to have to keep an eye on that as we go throughout the season, the banter between Crab Ain't Gonna Steal Itself and good old Lick My Clit. But as we jump over to the scoreboard here, let's just take it matchup by matchup, We'll go first to, unfortunately, my loss against Andrew Dunn. And this, really boils down to just a poor performance by Austin Eckler. I don't know what he was doing or what the game plan was for the Chargers, but it was just very unfortunate to watch. As you see, he completely unperformed to what his projections were. Jonathan Taylor had 8 points heading into the fourth quarter, and then all of a sudden decided to jump up to 20 points. Not too sure how that happened. So as you can see, I was edged out by good old 5 points. Really unfortunate loss. Thought my team did okay, but we're gonna look to next week. Matt Gay, came up with a great 6 points for me. And so, I'm feeling good about my team. I'm sure Dunn's a little concerned, as 109 points is barely getting it done, but we'll see. We'll move on. All right, going over to the matchup between the Cleveland Steamers and Coyote Peterson. Not a great showing from Ari's team. Could it be poor drafting? Not sure. Could it just be an unlucky week? Potentially. Ari's going to have to be looking for a new quarterback. He's got Kirk Cousins on the bench, so it might be okay for him. Unfortunate to leave Kareem Hunt out. Good play by him to leave Cam Akers, who absolutely stunk this weekend. Had him in a different league. Very disappointing. But we're going to try and keep an eye on this here, and it's really going to boil down to, is this the GM's fault or are the players just not performing? Sternick got very lucky having his kicker score 18 points and the rest of his team suck. It is good to see that Allen Robinson did actually do exactly what Sternick was going to say in the group chat. He put up a whopping 1.7 points, which is exactly what we're looking for out of him. Very lucky to win, not even breaking 100 points, but when you play a team that puts up 73, no complaints there. Okay, moving on to the big matchup of the week, Matthew Maxwell versus Brandon Ewells. I mean, there's not much to say here. Justin Jefferson is going to be the best wide receiver in the league, hands down, scoring 35 points in his debut. Kyler Murray's too busy playing Call of Duty to actually be performing this year, so Brandon's going to have to probably look for a new quarterback some point soon. But, I mean, not much to say here. Matt's team, as always, is just so much better than everyone else's. So, Matt right now, the favorite to win the league. We'll check at the end the projections here by ESPN. Next matchup was between Ben Arms and Kevin Rabideau. The Guatemalan Guptas did not show up this week, unfortunately. Barely second worst team, actually, if you look at the points put up. Would have lost to everybody except Ari's 73 points. Who didn't perform here for Ben? Looks like most of his players. 0 out of the tight end, 2 points out of Mike Williams, 6 points out of the classic Alvin Kamara. It's just not looking good. It looks like Dylan could have helped him out there a little bit, but Kevin with a solid performance. Somehow Joe Burrow decided to figure it out and come back into the second half with some performance. Christian McCaffrey just kind of mediocre. But DeAndre Swift seems like the pickup of the year from the draft. We'll keep our tabs on him, but he is looking unreal. And then the final matchup, obviously, between Jared, the absolute clueless GM who got lucky, and Joe, who got very unlucky with Elijah Mitchell being injured and Russell Wilson kind of looking subpar. But anyways, this is an anomaly. We're going to see this record plummet significantly in the coming weeks. He's very lucky to have Cooper Kupp on his team, and the fact that Saquon actually had a ridiculous game is very lucky for him. We'll see if Saquon can actually continue to do that on a regular basis. I doubt it. I'm very much looking forward to taking all of Jared's money and giving it to the winner. Hopefully that is myself. But that's really the recap of the week. Going to be very interesting moving into the next couple of weeks to see what these players decide to do for their GMs. It's very, very fascinating to see kind of the poor performances by a lot of big names, letting down most of the people in here, especially me. Austin Eckler really let me down, but oh well. So as we look into the final standing projections right now, Mesa Driving Academy, Andrew Dunn still sitting in that number 1 slot. I have now dropped down to 4, which I will take. Jared is sitting at a cool 3. Sternick dropping all the way down to 6. Kevin with a massive increase from 5th to 2nd on the projections here. Brandon classically dropping to 8. He's looking to rebound after a really tough year last year. Ben, sitting middle of the pack. Matt jumping to 5th, which is surprising. I thought he would be a little higher there. And then it looks like Joe and Ari are just playing tag down in the 10 and 9 spot. So we're going to keep our eye on this as well. Hopefully this is a great recap for all of you. I'm going to try to make it more entertaining and more fun. I have no idea what I'm doing, and I literally did all of this in one take. So keep an eye out for that. Keep an eye out for some polls that I'll be sending out this week. As you can see, I've got to create them, but this is just me trying to figure out something fun to do with the league. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know. If not, this was a waste of time. So I will catch you guys in week 2. Hopefully there's some more exciting storylines to follow. But until then, stay classy. Enjoy your week. Check out the waiver wire. Lots going on there. But we'll see you next time.